Welcome to the Electric Violin Diaries and the very first episode of Cait Lin. This week, you come city skipping with me in 60-second sideshow. I'll use the segment that will be known from next week on as Showtime to explain to you how the Electric Violin Diaries is going to work. And in Dear Diary, I answer a question about controlling the world with my superpowered electric violin. Sort of. Four different South African cities, a number of flights and early mornings I don't really care to recall. Usually the segment will cover just my past week, but seeing as it's my show and I make up the rules as I go along, this time around I'll fit my past 10 days into just 60 seconds in 60-second sideshow.
First up was Cape Town and its International Convention Centre for rehearsals for the series of corporate gigs I'm doing, where I make my entrance from the roof playing upside down and then I land and perform with these rad dancers named Toboko and You Birds. Next up was Johannesburg for a great cause, the Sunflower Fund's 12th annual charity ball, at which I got to headline and perform laser violin. Share a little, save a life. An overcast Durban redonkulously early last Monday morning, and a gig that gave me an excuse to wear red pleather boots I bought in Bangkok last year. Woohoo! Onto Pretoria, and a quick catch-up with my agent Jen while I got ready. Followed by a great gig for a fantabulous audience that let me test out some new tracks. Friday night gave me the rare chance to go out and watch my friends from Circus Synergy at their Urban Circus show. And finally it was back to Cape Town for a weekend of guildwarsing and editing this first episode.
Alright, so what is the Electric Violin Diaries and where did this whole concept come from? Well, I have some awesome followers on Facebook, Twitter, and right here on YouTube. And I'm always getting these requests like, come to Colombia, Germany, Brazil, Serbia, Canada, India, Denmark, USA. I live in South Africa. The chance of me doing a world tour anytime soon is quite a stretch. So, the next best thing is to give you a live show right here on YouTube. Not just clips or the best moments of other shows, but a short production put on especially for you to enjoy in the comfort of your own wherever you are. I live and love to perform. And to me, a performance should keep you completely spellbound for its duration. And my favourite way to try and achieve this is to mix it up a little bit to keep things exciting. Other artists, a cool stage, lots of energy, and almost top of that list is a cool theme. So with the Electric Violin Diaries, we'll choose a cool theme for each chapter. And by we, I mean you and I. You get to suggest and vote on ideas on the new site that I've created especially for this project. electricviolindiaries.com. Check it out. If you've seen my DVD, why haven't you seen my DVD? Then you'll know that I'm really into behind the scenes videos. For 2 months, leading up to the grand finale, I'll host this show that you're watching right now, Catch Cait Lin. As you already saw, 60-second sideshow covered everything that I did during the past week that was unrelated to the grand finale. Gigs, travels, and everything in between. But this segment, known as Showtime, is where I'll let you know how things are going and everything I did during the past week in preparation for the grand finale. So you get to meet some of the crazies / performers that I call friends and have an all-access pass to my sometimes weird and wonderful world. The ideas of the theme can be anything from a music genre to just cool costumes you want to see in a show. Sometimes it may be completely off the wall and combine things that wouldn't usually work together. Whatever happens, it should be an entertaining 15 to 20 minute live show at the end of it. If you didn't catch it all, watch it again. But here's a breakdown.
Every chapter has a theme. The theme of this chapter is V is for Velvet. There's a show every Monday called Catch Cait Lin. In Catch Cait Lin, there are 3 segments: 60-second sideshow, Showtime, and Dear Diary. Showtime will be all about the chapter finale, which will happen every 2 months. This chapter's finale will be posted on the 29th of October, right here on YouTube.
The first theme was actually chosen by my mom. Thanks, Mom! This chapter shall be known as V is for Velvet. Let your imagination run wild. That's the whole idea. The V is for Velvet finale will be posted on the 29th of October. And for next Monday, I'll start showing you how it's all coming along. This last part was inspired by one of my favorite YouTubers, Felicia Day, and her uber awesome show, The Vlog. Awesome link is awesome. It's like my own Ask Me Anything segment. And as simple as this, you send in any questions you have for me and I'll answer them. Got it? No? Oh dear. My answer will be made into a pretty diary entry, which I'll actually enter into this pretty diary. So send in your questions or comments to deardiary@electricviolindiaries.com. As its first ever show, this week I decided to answer 2 questions.
The first question this week was sent in by Matthew Gare, who asked, if you had the power to control people with your violin, what would you make them do? Well, that's quite an easy one. Seeing as the majority of my gigs are actually corporate events, my electric violin would give me the power to change every and any corporate audience that looked like this into one that looked more like this. That is all. I couldn't resist answering this next one from Ron Mitchell, who simply asked, plants or zombies? I would have to say I actually have more fun being in control of the zombies, trying to figure out the best way to munch through plants, and their little notes are always so cute. But walnuts have saved my sunflowery backside more times than I can count, even if they do make me sad when they cry. So I suppose that means plants.
My amazing Cait Lin burlesque-inspired chibi was created by the talented Dustin R. in Canada, whom I found on DeviantArt. That's all on this week's episode of Catch Cait Lin. Let me know what you think of this project, and be sure to check out the new website for everything that I mentioned on this show. Subscribe, join me on Twitter and Facebook, and see you next Monday.
As a little thank you for watching this whole episode of Catch Cait Lin, I've decided to post a bonus video of a performance at one of last week's gigs. So click the video in the frame to be taken to a secret video.